One of my favorite things about creating content around planners and having a community is being able to interact with y'all. And pretty much almost weekly, I will either get an email or a DM and someone will say, Laura, I absolutely love planning, but I just can't seem to stick to it. Either I never stick with the physical planner that I'm using or just to planning at all. If that is you, please note that you are not alone. And while this is one of my most common questions, it's also one of my favorite questions to respond because I always talk about how the solution to something like that is creating a planner routine. Hey y'all, my name is Lauren here with Plan with Laura, and I am your best friend and your go-to gal when it comes to all things planning, productivity, and how to use the resources that you have to plan today for a better tomorrow. In today's video, we are going to be talking about creating a planner routine so that you are consistent in your planning. So let me know right off the bat here, when do you sit down and actually plan in your planner? Is it in the morning? Is it at night? Is it once a week? Is it twice a week? Let me know in the comments down below. So in today's video, we're gonna be talking about the importance of a planner routine. We're gonna go through 3 sections here in this video, why it's important to have a planner routine, how to create a planner routine, and I'm gonna give you my tried and true when, where, how method. We're gonna break that down, and then I'm gonna end and share with you exactly what my planner routine looks like. And you'll probably be surprised because it's not that elaborate. So when we talk about a planner routine, we talk about being consistent in our planner, actually using our planner, putting pen to paper so that we get the results that we want, which is the reason that we probably bought a planner in the first place. But I think the saying goes that it takes 21 days to form a habit. And this planner routine and being consistent in your planner is a habit. So you have to have some emotional buy-in of why do you want to use the planner? So the first thing when it comes down to creating your routine is thinking about why do you want to plan? Do you want to plan to help ease you with anxiety or stress that you have? Do you want to plan to organize your life and find productivity? Do you want to plan because you think that there's just so much going on and it helps you visualize your life better if you have it on paper? Maybe it's a combination of everything that I just said. But I think understanding the reason why you want to use a planner or you need to use a planner helps you again buy into the fact of actually using the planner. Figuring out why you plan is going to help create your routine and help figure out the frequency in which you need to have your routine go on. If you're only planning for fun, if it's something that's just solely creative, and maybe you don't need to check in with your planner every single day, and that's okay. Or maybe you're like me and you're a multiple planner user and you have multiple planners that are in your planner routine. Again, pinpointing why you use every single one of those planners are going to help you create a realistic, a sustainable, and an attainable routine when it comes to your own personal planner routine. In this next section, we're going to talk about my tried and true when, where, how planner formula for figuring out your planner routine. I'm going to give you an outline of something that you can do, and I know you can do it because I did it. So when we get down to the nitty-gritty of creating a planner routine, I talk about it in a sense of when are you going to be planning, where are you going to be planning, and how are you planning. The first thing is when, and this goes again to thinking about when exactly are you going to be planning. In a recent video I created called Creating Your Ideal Week, I have you pinpoint out exactly how you are spending your time on a week-to-week basis. And if you go back to that video, or if you already have created your ideal week, then you will know when you have time in your week to actually sit down and plan. Now, I am a proponent of the 5-minute planner routine. It's all I can commit to every single day. I spend 5 minutes every morning and every night where I check in with my planners to close out the day that I just had and then also create a to-do list and plan out the day ahead. But you have to figure out where those 5 minutes are going to be. And part of that's going to relate to what stage of life are you in. I'm currently in a stage of life where it's just myself and my partner, John Michael. We live in an apartment. We are not in a stage of life right now where we have kids or where we own a home or even where we own an animal that also requires our attention. So I'm able to mark out first thing in the morning, first thing at night for my routine. When does that chunk of time naturally happen for you? And when is that chunk of time something that you can depend on every single day? Like I said, you might need a little bit more than 5 minutes, but this is gonna be the portion where you have to plan to plan. The where component of the creating your planner routine, I think, is the most important component. I think all of them are important, but once I locked this in, it became so much easier to actually follow through on this routine. And the where component talks about where exactly are you keeping your planners? Where are your planners going to live? My planners live on my bedside. Is it probably the prettiest thing? No. Is it probably the most useful place to keep my planners? Again, no. But it is the most convenient place for me to be able to work on my planner routine. Again, my planner routine is the first 5 minutes and the last 5 minutes of my day. And so by keeping it on my bedside, I am helping myself and preparing myself to already have those in place for when I need them. So think about, where is somewhere that you go every single day? Where is somewhere that you can work on your planners for 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever you decide that it may be realistically. Maybe that for you is on a kitchen counter or in an office or next to your laptop because you know you're gonna use your laptop. Maybe it's in your living room next to your TV remote because you prefer to plan while watching TV. Whatever it is, put your planner in a place that you are naturally going to go to every single day so that you can support your consistency and you can support your routine. And the how part is, how are you planning? What exactly are you going to be doing during your planner routine? For me, my planner routine is to close out the day that I just have and prepare me for the day ahead. I'm not using any type of stickers in my planner. I'm not using any decorative elements. It is just purely functional for me. But for you, that might be different. You might want to have a creative side to it. You might want to add all of the stickers and the washi and everything that goes into the creative side of planning. This is a part that you might have to experiment a little bit for you of what is going to be realistic for the time that you have allotted and also the space that you have allotted for your planning. Are you a to-do lister, or are you brain dumping, or maybe are you doing a little bit of both? That is my tried and true when, where, and how method. That is something that I use to create my own personal planner routine, and I hope that is something that helps you when you are creating your own planner routine. So what's my planner routine? Now I will say, I'm a planner enthusiast, I'm a planner lover, so it's okay if your routine looks a little bit different than mine. I am a multiple planner user, which means that I have multiple planners that I use for different sections of my life. If you want to go and check out and see exactly what planners that I'm using, go ahead, check out my 2021 planner lineup video. It will tell you exactly what planners I'm using, why I'm using multiple planners, and a little bit of tips and tricks along the way if you are a multiple planner user or maybe you're interested in becoming one. But the day-to-day planner that I use every single day, my catch-all, what I call my literal life in paper form, is my Plum Paper Planner Verticals Priorities. That's the planner that I'm checking in with every single day in the morning and at night, no matter what. Now, when I'm doing well on my routines and I'm not overly exhausted by the time it gets to night, I will probably spend an extra 5 to 10 minutes, probably twice, maybe 3 times a week in my Moxie Life Planner, which is my goal setting planner. It's also what I do a little bit of memory keeping in to make sure that I'm aligned on where my goals are. I'll take any notes on things that I need to take, and I just like to check in with that on a pretty regular cadence. The only other time where my routine looks significantly different is on Sundays. Now on Sundays, I dedicate an hour of me time. I turn on and I catch up with one of my reality TV shows that I love, and that's when I'll also pull out my stickers and my washi, and that for me is the creative side of planning, and that's when I'll decorate everything and do planning as a more creative, fun side and a personal hobby for me rather than the functionality of planning that I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. And that is pretty much my routine. One of the things that came up in one of my recent reflections is that I used to spend a lot of time planning and making my planning very pretty, that I would actually spend more time planning my plans than actually completing that. That's just one thing that I've been working on, and I think it's so important to note that we do not expect our lives to be perfect, and so we should not expect to have a perfect planner. And so I think embracing some of the mistakes and some of the things that we don't always love about our planners, or maybe we mess up or misspell something, I think embracing some of those things again has just helped me in creating a planner routine that I love. I'm not worried about messing up in my planner or having things go wrong, and helps keep me consistent. I love talking about this topic. It's one of the most common questions that I get asked, so I feel like I'm always talking about it, and I just love it. If you have a planner routine, what is it? Let me know. And if you are gonna go ahead and make your planner routine, tell me what has been your biggest takeaway. What's something something that's really resonated for you here. Now that is all that I have for you today. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you aren't already, I hope that you will stick around by hitting that red subscribe button. I upload new videos every Monday and Thursday. Check out the description of this video for any product links that I talked about and to learn more about myself and so we can stay connected. As always, y'all, my name is Lauren here with Playing with Laura, and I'll see y'all next time.